Hey everyone. So in the last video I mentioned anxiety, and so today I'm actually going to talk about what that means for me. For me, anxiety really wasn't a thing that was talked about. I didn't really know what it was, what those feelings were and stuff, and I didn't really have a name for it until 2020. And I think everybody learned about their anxiety when COVID hit. And so that was pretty much the same for me. I had felt anxious and whatnot. I've always been somewhat socially awkward. I've never liked talking on the phone. I always feel weird talking on the phone or calling somebody, and I get that butterfly feeling, or when I go up to order food, that kind of stuff. I feel like I have to be prepared with the right answer for everything all the time. And so I get anxiety over that, but it's always been really, really mild. Got Smokey climbing up here. I don't know if there he is. And so my anxiety has always kind of been there, but it's always been just something that was kind of a mild annoyance. 2020 hit with Sarah's cancer, and my anxiety went up, and I started really learning about anxiety at that point, and the feelings that came with it. And then it kind of became almost like a cycle, like once a month, once every couple months. It felt like my anxiety would just kind of take over, and I would really, really struggle on how to manage it and whatnot. And during those times, Sarah was always there, and she always helped me, whether it be just talking out what was going on, or just acknowledging what I was going through. And so it was always something. There was always something that could kind of help me to process what I was feeling and how. And then so it started getting more and more. And then we had Rayla, and COVID started to go a little, not away, but was becoming less serious, less concerning. And so that anxiety started to lift. And then immediately she got her Sarah got her stage 4 diagnosis. And that's when it started to become not constant, but consistent. My anxiety would start to just go. Everything started becoming a little bit harder. I still had Sarah though, and so we were still able to work through our anxieties, our stresses, and we had each other to get through it. Though Sarah's got bad enough that, and she talked about this in one of her videos, that she did end up getting on some meds to kind of help with that. And so that helped balance her and create kind of a little bit of a calm. And she used that for a short period of time. And then once she was feeling better, she worked with her doctor to come off of that. I think it was Prozac. And then she kind of rebalanced after that and was doing good. And so the last 2 months of Sarah's life, my anxiety started going way up, and I didn't have time to do anything about it. And I wasn't going to burden her with it. And I pushed through it. And I feel like I did a pretty good job pushing through it. But after she died, it goes away, but barely, and barely ever. There's always a feeling of anxiety. And I'm kind of coupling that with that, the feeling that you got punched in the stomach or punched in the heart or punched anywhere. And it all kind of goes together, but the feeling of anxiety feels like it's always there now, with brief moments of not feeling that way. And so it's really hard, and it impacts me, and then it impacts the kids and all around. And so I've recognized it, and I'm working with my care providers to check in with a mental health specialist, a behavioral specialist, to go over what we can do to help resolve specifically the anxiety. The emotional side of Sarah's death, I'm working through really well, and working with my bereavement counselor and feeling like that I'm in a good place for where I'm at and dealing with that. So, but the anxiety is just always there. And so I'm hoping we can find a way to work through that, whether it be medical or be through whatever other tactics they may have to offer, or tricks and tips. But that's kind of where I'm at with my anxiety. I do want to share a couple other things that I'm doing that have helped ease my anxiety. So one, YouTube has actually been really helpful in all of my anxieties, whether it be feeling socially awkward, feeling uncomfortable talking to people, and that kind of stuff. YouTube has helped open that door and help me feel more comfortable around people in general. And then my promise to Sarah with our acts of kindness have definitely opened up a door for me to not be afraid and not feel anxious about helping other people. And it's encouraging me to approach people with a better lens, a positive lens, see the best in people, even when they're doing their worst. And it's definitely helped my heart feel less heavy. And it definitely is filling up my heart, because I'm finding as we do these different acts of kindness, both on and off camera, the goodness spreads, the happiness spreads, the smiles spread. And so that's also helping with a couple different types of anxiety. So I'm feeling good about that. So the YouTubes, the acts of kindness, and then the things that I'm doing with the kids is also helping. Having adventures to look forward to is definitely helping. So we're going to be going snowboarding this winter, and we're super stoked about that. We're going to do a Disney trip in November, which is exciting. Disney actually provided the tickets, and we have had a timeshare for years, and there's a place down there. So it's mostly already paid for in that respect. So it's just a matter of getting down there and eating. So we're stoked about that. But there's these adventures coming forward, and then and bringing our family back together, and redetermining, figuring out our family dynamics. When we all got together, that is another huge lift of anxiety. So it's there, it's real, it's constant. Like I feel it right now. Kind of like that butterfly feeling, but not the good butterfly feeling. But it's something that I'm working on, and I'm going to actually schedule an appointment tomorrow morning. I messaged my care provider, and they said I can just go directly. I don't need a referral, which I thought I did. So I'll be able to get that all taken care of. So that's kind of my anxiety. And I mean, the worst of it happened after Sarah died. And I think that comes with all the different emotions that come when you lose somebody you love with absolutely everything. And I don't think there's any avoiding it. And so I definitely want to get the advice of a professional to see what we can do to minimize that, so I can be significantly more present for my kids, my family, right? And myself, right? So that's that. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. Look forward to seeing what you got to say in the comments. Have a wonderful day, morning, night, wherever you are. And remember, as Sarah always says, be kind and make good choices.